Hello the internet. I've just come up with a bit of an idea for using a series of 3 switches on a Paladin to control multiple functions on the Beier unit using 3 channels, and I thought I'd quickly run through how I've done it. Now, using this system you can run up to 24 functions off 3 switches. So you're going to need a 3-position switch, another 3-position switch and a 2-position switch. You can do this on the Paladin or the 18 EV. The EV is probably a bit better in some ways because that self-centers, which makes life a bit easier, as you'll see in a minute. So if you keep an eye on the bar graph there, when I switch this up or down, you'll see that channel moves. But you can then use this switch to control 3 different switches, and you can then use that switch there to halve the movement. So in total you can have lots of functions on 3 switches. As I say, if you use all of them you can have up to 24 functions by moving this either for a short amount of time or a long amount of time. The Beier system will turn on and off different things. So I'll show you in the radio how I've done that. Basically you go into function assign, and I've just labelled them as auxiliaries 12, 13 and 14, and they're all assigned to switch B. So you then go into the logic switches menu and you set up 3 logic switches. This one operates when this switch is up and this switch is on, like so, and then that one operates when that's in the middle, and that one operates when that switch is down, and they all turn on when this switch is in a position and this switch is forward. So then we go into dual rate setup. You can see there are 6 dual rates in there, 2 on auxiliary 12, 2 on auxiliary 13 and 2 on auxiliary 14. So on auxiliary 12, dual rate on the logic switch is now on, and then in that position and that position it's also on. So you've got effectively 2 dual rates on auxiliary 12, and then for 13 keep an eye on the logic switch, there it is, and then 14 same again. So the way that works there, so it's on in that position and that position, which is one of the useful things about the PL18 over the EV. With the EV you have to set everything independently. You can't set a multiple switch positions for the same mix or dual rate. Well, not that I've tried anyway. And then going into dual rates, so let's pick one. So in normal mode you've got full movement. Then with this switch pulled forward, the logic switch kicks in, gives it half movement, and then in any other position for this switch, and it doesn't matter what this one does, it turns it off. So that is how you can have all those channels operating off one switch. You can see this one effectively tells it which channel it's working with. That one cuts the amount of movement in half. This moves the channel up and down, and as I say, if you move it for a short amount of time it will turn one function on. Move it for a long amount of time it'll turn another function on or off. So I thought that was quite helpful to be able to do that. As I say, it will work with the 18 EV. I have set it up, I think I had to use a mix to do some of the dual rate functions because it wouldn't do it with the dual rates. I can't remember off the top of my head because I then updated the software and wiped out the mix, so I did it a different way. But it works very well on the standard 18, and it's quite handy if you've got lots and lots of functions you need to be able to turn on and off. So I hope this helps somebody. Cheers. Bye.